Hey everybody, John Felt here. This is the Blue Water Outlook Weekly Weather Briefing, March 22nd. Getting into spring now in many areas. In some areas it's lagging, but now most areas it's coming a little bit quicker. So I'll be talking about some above normal temperatures ahead and not a lot of action on precipitation, especially compared to the last couple weeks when we've had these major spring storms. I just don't see this week, so it looks like a break. Let's get started in today's briefing. Well, last week, like I said, we had the third central U.S. winter storm, spring storm that moved off to the east. High winds, you might have seen those trucks blowing off the road in the plains. Bands of snow, heavy snow with blizzard conditions. We combined the snow and the high winds. And then severe thunderstorms over the Midwest into the eastern U.S. Speaking of snow, the widest shades here, this is a visual satellite picture. That's the heaviest snow. And look at this. You could have gone from this Iowa county to this Iowa county and just crossed over here, or maybe just one county, and look at the difference. Part of that county might have had 4 inches of snow. The other thing, bare ground. But that was melting extremely quickly yesterday, and that's going to all be gone very soon. But while it's on the ground, look at the impact it had. Much cooler temperatures in the snow band compared to surrounding areas. Now, as far as temperatures go, temperatures averaged above normal over any areas in yellow and brown, significantly above normal in the northeast U.S. last week. Now, we're going to flip-flop a little bit. These areas in the western U.S. that have been below normal last week are going to flip-flop to above normal this week. Now, last week we saw the temperatures in the 70s in the yellow and in the 80s in the brown expand over many parts of the Midwest and the eastern U.S. And what that did is that brought spring, as far as observed first emergence of leaf buds. It accelerated here in red. I think we're going to see that more this week as well. So parts of Iowa, up towards Chicago, maybe Detroit, we're going to see the first emergence of spring. You've been waiting for it, so it looks like it's on its way. It's sort of like a layer cake. This has been with some cooler weather. This has been with some warmer weather. This has been some cooler weather. And then with these temperatures here, that brought the acceleration of the emergence of leaf buds this past week. Now, you'd expect this time of year to perhaps get some more widespread spring flooding, but not much snow, no snow of significance. The action spot's been the Ohio River Valley, and that's with a La Nina type pattern. You can sort of see that here. This is where the heavy rain would be with the La Nina and the Pacific Northwest, and we've seen that through the winter months. Now, I've been putting out posts at how La Nina is waning or ending, but there can be a lag for another month or so. So we're seeing some higher flows on the lower Ohio into the convergence with the Mississippi and then downstream. But the upper Mississippi and the Missouri look pretty quiet. Okay, so what we have here is we're going to go from Alaska ridge pattern, there's our ridge, to this is going to be a Pacific ridge pattern in blue as we get into April. And that's going to switch temperatures around a bit. But initially, we're going to start off this week with unusually warm weather, especially parts of California, Nevada, record high temperatures this week, and lingering cool weather over the Great Lakes region. But by the end of the week, we're going to sort of flip-flop this a bit, and we're going to bring the warmer temperatures into the central U.S. Now, let's show that here. So here we go. You can sort of see this is the record temperatures this week. And then we gradually push that to the east as we go through the week and shrink that cold air as we get into early April. So most of the nation over the next 10 days, this is actually 15 days, most of the nation looks like we're going to experience temperatures above normal. And this time of year, that's pretty pleasant weather. Okay, now I mentioned the record temperatures Tuesday and Wednesday. Here we go. Take a look at the temperatures. Record possible over the western U.S. before we shift that pattern. Okay, so that's temperatures, a lot of mild weather. Let's talk about rain and snow. Looks like the Pacific Northwest, especially the higher elevations, and at Seattle, some heavy rain. The only other area we're watching is Texas here. And you know what? That area is in a very severe drought, so most of that rain is desperately needed. And even though there will be some flooding problems, I think overall that rain is a beneficial rain. Any snow? Well, right in the Great Lakes region, everybody else is sort of basking in spring weather. Looks like this region up here, Duluth and other areas in the upper peninsula of Michigan, are going to be getting some snow. New England as well. Okay, so let's look at week 2. And, I know if you read my posts, I've been talking about this ominous, really hot and dry in the southwest. I think the question is, how far will that spread northward and eastward into the summer months? But at least for week 2, it looks like the southwest U.S., Phoenix, well above normal and very dry, and the Pacific Northwest looks quite wet. In case you missed it, I put out NOAA's spring outlook. This would be April, May, and June. Take a look at it. There's that pattern again. Well above normal in the southwest and very dry as well. That's this week's briefing. Many areas looks like some pleasant weather this week. Enjoy it. And I know this time of year we're all looking forward to spring. Take care.